Let's go to Mike Tobin live there with the details. Good morning, Mike.
Good morning. Parents and, frankly, people all over Chicago are now kind of horrified and outraged at this video that's not going viral. It has gone viral, of a mother and a 9-year-old son who were mobbed and beaten by a group of school-age bullies. Now, the video...
Well, there's part of the video. For obvious reasons, I'm not going to show the video in its entirety here. These were minors, first off, and there's punching, kicking, all types of stuff. If you guys haven't heard about this incident, it was involving a mother and 2 of her children, okay? And I think they were walking home, and this mob, I mean, absolute mob. When I say mob, I'm talking like 20 like 5th grade through 8th grade age kids surrounded them, slapped the little boy, who's around like their age as well. I think he goes to their same school that they all go to. Slapped him, drugged the mom down on the ground, started kicking her and slapping her and punching her. And I mean, it's an absolute mess. And honestly, the mother looked like she's pregnant. So when I first saw this clip, I was extremely angry, right? I mean, granted, I'm still angry. But I was really, really angry because it looked like the mother was pregnant and these kids were just kicking her. I mean, they literally drug her to the ground and they were kicking her and all types of stuff. But we later found out that she has sickle cell and something to do with, you know, either sickle cell or some other medical condition she has causes her to become bloated sometimes. So it looks like she's pregnant. She wasn't actually pregnant. If there's any type of silver lining in this entire situation, it's that she's not actually pregnant, because if she was, those kids just didn't give a crap, kicking her in the stomach, kicking her. I mean, it was crazy. It was absolutely crazy what was happening in this video clip. But to keep it PG, and so YouTube doesn't get crazy and you know, limit the video, because sometimes YouTube will like I forgot what they call it, but you'll have to like you have to be like signed in to watch certain videos if they're not PG, you know, 18 or older, whatever. It's kind of annoying. But anyway, let's continue on.
Bullied at school for 2 years, and the school did nothing to protect him, so she showed up to walk her kids home. Now, Chicago Mayor Brandon Johnson did say, he put out a statement on X, that he was deeply disturbed and we should not attempt to normalize this type of senseless violence. Chicago police put out a statement saying both victims were transported to Trinity Hospital in serious condition. No one is in custody at this time. The Area 2 detectives are investigating. And Illinois State Senator Willie Preston said this video is a symptom of something that's been going on for a long time, that the kids have not been held accountable and the parents have not been held accountable for the actions of their children. Guys, back to you.
All right. Thanks so much. So our next guests know this family very well. Chicago Councilmember Joseph Williams met with the mom after the attack, and Pastor Corey Brooks, founder of Project Hood, knows the boy who attends his after-school and summer programs. Gentlemen, thanks so much for joining the program. Pastor, you know, this is something that you have been working with for years now, trying to stop nonsense like this with our young people. What's going on?
Well, unfortunately, this is the cycle that we continue to see in the city of Chicago, where violence is so rampant and parents are being held unaccountable.
You know, and here's the issue, because he said, what's going on with that? I mean, the answer is quite simple. Parents, right? Parents first. It starts in the home. If you allow this behavior to fester at home and you don't address it, it's going to play out in the real world. And look what we have here, right? And I'm going to actually play, because the mother of one of these children actually spoke out. Before we get to that, obviously there was mobs of people who were extremely angry. In that news clip, you saw a mob of people going up to the school that these kids all attend and standing outside the school doors. I don't know what they intended on doing, but from some of what I heard, they were intending on snatching them little kids up and teaching them a little lesson, giving them a case of the beats. Not saying I agree with that, putting your hands on somebody else's kids. But you can tell these kids don't get any type of whoopings at home. They don't get any type of, they're not disciplined at all at home. But before we get into that, I want to play this clip of this elderly lady who lives pretty close to where all of this went down, and take a listen to what she had to say about the entire situation. Check it out.
These children, they just as bad as adults.
Yeah.
Because I was here when they sprayed that boys out with that
Mace.
Who got sprayed?
Them boys. They say they jumped on a lot of people up in here. About 10
Those same group of kids?
Yep.
Well, they've been just going around terrorizing the place, huh?
They sprayed his eyes. I was in the door looking at him.
What?
But that girl's dangerous. And she's jumping on a woman, stomping her in the stomach. She don't need to be out in society.
No.
And their mamas just don't care. She don't.
She don't.
You locked and loaded, mama? You locked and loaded? You locked and loaded? You got your pew-pew? You need a pew-pew.
You sure do, Granny.
Make sure you
And
do.
everywhere, anytime they set that woman on fire on the blue line.
Yeah, they just did that last night.
That was just last night
They
that
set a woman on
happened?
fire on the blue line.
Oh, no.
They set her on fire.
They set her on fire.
She's in Cook County Hospital.
Jesus.
That's crazy.
But you be careful.
Yeah, be
Yeah,
very
be
careful.
careful.
These kids, they out of control out here in Chicago.
They're extremely out of control. And you know, the crazy part about all of this, you know, at one point in time, there used to be a level of respect for elders and the women and children. And now these kids, they don't give a darn. I remember hearing about a story some years ago of a guy, he had some beef with, you know, some other gang, right? And the gang couldn't get him. So they went to his grandparents' house, shot and killed them, and set the house on fire. Bro, these kids, they don't care. It used to be, yeah, grandparents is off limits, kids is off limits, or even if I catch you and you're with your kids, I ain't gonna even mess with you. You got to pass today, right? I ain't gonna beat you up. I ain't gonna rob you. I ain't gonna stick you up. Even though I know you did some dirty last week, I ain't gonna even touch you. You with your kids, whatever. Now they don't care. They don't care at all. They will put you 6 feet in the dirt right there in front of your kids. And if they can't get to you, they'll do it to your grandparents and set the house on fire. It's crazy out here. So I hope that grandmother does, as they said in the clip, get herself a pew-pew, you know, because these kids, they're terrorizing these neighborhoods. As you heard there, they've been doing this for a while. That's not the first time that they've done it. It's the first time that it's actually gone viral and everybody has paid attention to it, but it's not the first time that they have done anything like that. Here's one of the mothers of one of the alleged children right here, and this is what she had to say.
You know the whole city of Chicago looking for you, right? You and your little friends. Because you was grown yesterday. You were grown. And you was going to jump somebody. So now they looking for you. You know that, right? You know I'm not helping you, right? You know the whole...
So that's one of the mothers. And I want to play the clip of the other mother. Where was... Oh, here we go. Here's another one of the mothers of the children. And take a listen to what she has to say. And it's much worse than that first clip. I'm just going to forewarn you. Check it out.
Okay. It's okay. Okay, so this is an update, y'all. I want y'all to meet Kamira. She is one of the children that was a part of the fight at OT Bright School on yesterday. We're just coming live so she can say her piece and take accountability. I won't say too much. And please, anyone that decides to say anything, keep it respectful. This is the child.
See, I'm gonna have to stop it there before she even get into whatever she about to say. Keep it respectful. This is a child. Well, that child was beating up a mother with her 2 kids. And from what I heard, I don't know if it's true, so this is alleged. Allegedly, this young lady here is actually the ringleader. Like, she's the leader of the group. Allegedly, right? But that's what I've heard. And I'm almost positive that this is the chick that they were talking about. That is the ringleader of the entire group. So, no, your child is out terrorizing the neighborhood. As a matter of fact, you know what? Here's another clip of them terrorizing somebody else. Look at him chasing that man down.
here, kid. Over here. Right here, shorty. Bust his ass. We know you like bust his ass. He's not go in, bust his ass.
Look. Chasing this man down. Cursing, doing all types of stuff. Like, nah, bro. Your kids out here wilding. Your kids out here going crazy. And honestly, one, it starts at home, like I said earlier. But also, two, these kids need to be held accountable. We need to make boot camps great again. Yeah, I said boot camps. Because sending these kids to juvenile detention, that don't work. That does not work. These kids know, yeah, I'm going to go to juvie for a couple of years and I'm going to get back out. I'm going to go to juvie for a couple of months and I'm going to get back out. At worst, I'm going to get out when I'm in my early 20s, but they ain't going to keep me forever. Like, nah, bro. Send these kids to boot camp. Make their lives absolutely miserable. Miserable. Send them to boot camp. That'll get them right. That'll get them right. In my humble opinion, what do y'all think? Let me know in the comments. But also, yeah, we also can't absolve, you know, these parents of any responsibility, because as you heard there, keep the comments respectful. She's a child. No, that child was beating up a mother. This is part of the problem. You making excuses and trying to cover for her terrible actions. That's part of the issue. It's part of the issue. And making a video online that doesn't change it. It don't change it at all. Matter of fact, I want to read through these comments. I'm just skimming through these comments real quick. Somebody said, "Huh? Keep it respectful. This is a child." Question mark. Respectful? Question mark. She wanted to be grown. She ain't no child. I agree with that. I agree with that. Goodness gracious. Yeah, okay. So these comments right? These comments right? Cause man, this is crazy, bro. This is crazy. Kids beating up. First they were bullying the mother's son, which is why she was walking with him in the first place. And you would think that they would see the mom and be like, all right, we ain't about to bother him today. We gonna leave him alone. No. They did not care. Stalked these people down. Beat them up, slapped the little boy. Bro, that is what really angered me. That's the part that I really felt bad about. The little boy, he's getting bullied at school, so his mom is coming to get him to walk him home. And even with his own mother, he ain't trying to fight nobody. He want to get back home safe and sound, and he's getting slapped in the face. His mother's trying to cover him up. He's trying to hug close to his mom so he's not getting hit. And yet these kids are still trying to wail on him and wail on his mom. Bro, nah, bro. Lock all these kids up and send them to boot camp. Every single one of them. Every single one of them. Be respectful. She's a child. Nah, bro. She acting grown. So we're going to treat her like she grown. She going to boot camp. Boot camp. You know? Goodness gracious. This is just absolutely ridiculous. Absolutely ridiculous. Crazy stuff, man. This mother, like I said, has been having issues with her health, and now she got to worry about getting beat up. Bro, Chicago is a whole mess. It's a whole mess. I might talk about the story of someone literally getting lit on fire on a train in Chicago recently. Yeah, absolutely crazy. And you heard the older lady in the clip from earlier. She mentioned that, right? I may talk about that on Extra Rich. So stay tuned. And if you're not subscribed to Extra Rich, go and subscribe. But yeah, man, this is, I mean, black culture, bro, it's trash. Absolutely trash. Trash. Because this is big. Once again, this has been going on for a long time. It's only being addressed because it went viral. That's the only reason why it's being addressed. Because it went viral. You don't think these mothers had any type of idea what their kids were out here doing? They had some type of idea. But that's also a problem too. Why are your kids just out roaming the streets? You know, that's also an issue. Where are you at? Where are you at? You know? Goodness gracious. Some folks don't need to be parents, bro. I'm convinced of that. Some people do not need to be parents. We need to have a parent proficiency test before you're allowed to have children. You know what I'm saying? We need to start tying up or making sure that these folks out here can't have babies. Not until you pass the test. Once you pass the test, then we'll let you free. You can have all the babies you want. But until you pass that test, nah, bro. Obviously, I'm kind of joking a little bit. Part of me is a little serious, you know what I'm saying? But this is just ridiculous. Ridiculous. But y'all get in the comments. Let me know your thoughts and your opinions about all of this. Stay safe out there, man. Stay safe. We got YNs. I mean, at the tender age of elementary school, right? 8th grade and under. we talking 14 and younger. That's out here hunting people down and beating them up. So stay safe out here, man. Goodness gracious. Hit the like button and subscribe if you're new. Peace.